It is great to have our man Smylie Kaufman with us. Of course, the Smiley Show right here on SportsGrid multiple times every week. And we bring Smiley in now with us. Smiley, good to see you as always, my man, as we get ready for a big stretch here. We were talking about it earlier. Major signature with the Memorial U.S. Open and the Travelers coming boom, boom, boom. What a time for golf, Smiley. Let's go.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of the season, right? We just finished up. You wait all year for the Masters to come around, and then finally you just start to get big event after big event. Had the PGA Championship, which was epic. And now we're here at a week that is, it's a signature event. It's a smaller field. You got so many of the best players in the world playing. And this golf course is just time and again, just continues to be so fun to watch on TV. It was very fun for me to play when I was still playing on tour. It's just an incredible venue. You always get a ton of fan support out there as well. And there's a lot of storylines right now to try to figure out who's going to make their way towards the top of the leaderboard as we head to the U.S. Open next week, like you mentioned.
It certainly is. And like you said, it's an elevated event. We only got 73 golfers on the field, and storylines abound. And we have Scotty and Rory in the same place again, obviously for the first time since first time for Scotty since a very weird PGA Championship weekend for him back at Valhalla. Rory's been playing a lot of golf lately, including last week at the Canadian Open. But for me, Smiley, I want to start with Xander, because we're getting Xander out there for the first time since finally winning a major at the PGA Championship. And this is a course where he's got some top 20s, has never won here before, finished in the top 5, but he's playing some great golf right now, Smiley. What do you think of Xander this week?
Yeah, he definitely is. I spoke with Xander and his caddy, Austin Kaiser, today, just kind of checking in to see what they've done the last couple weeks. Austin Kaiser's caddy, they said they were just kind of chilling, just hanging out, enjoying the win. And I think they've just kind of ramped it up a little bit over the last couple days. But they were in a great mood. Like you said, I think this golf course, you have to be you have to be so on. It's not a golf course in which you can just fake it around. You have to be able to hit the shots. And so I think form matters a little bit more here than maybe past results, because I think that if you're able to execute the high risk reward shots that's required on this golf course, I think you can kind of throw the results out a little bit. I think there's maybe a couple players here and there you might say they don't like the golf course, but for the majority of the field, this is one that they look forward to. You get treated the best, and more importantly, after the round, you get an incredible milkshake in the clubhouse.
You get the milkshake, and of course you want to be there on Sunday with Jack sitting there at the 18th green, right? So that's the moment everybody is always waiting for. Last year we had the playoff, Viktor Hovland beating dangerous Denny McCarthy in a classic. There's been a lot of playoffs at this tournament as well. Viktor finally playing a little bit better at the PGA Championship, coming back to a place that started his run last year. How about him?
Listen, since he's gone back to his old swing coach and Joe Mayo, we're starting to see what we saw at the end of last year, which is a guy who has been finding his way at the top of leaderboards. All year he was searching to try to find the answers to his golf swing, and his short game suffered. He hardly was really even playing, not even considered even playing the PGA Championship because of the form that he was in. But Viktor Hovland, if he is comfortable with his game, if he's comfortable with his swing, he understands all the concepts in his golf swing and in his short game to where he doesn't have to think and can just go play. He is one of the best players, not only here but in the world, and you should definitely have him on your list to potentially have a chance to win, whether it's the U.S. Open, the Open Championship, or here at Memorial this week.
What do you got for me this week, Smiley, for the one and done? You've had a couple of hits here recently. Who are you looking for out at Muirfield?
I say all this about form and you have to be informed to play this place, and I've kind of went against that in my one and done pick, and I am just betting on this player, and the player I picked this week was Jordan Spieth. I just think he's driven it as well as he ever has in his career. And if you would have taken his driving this year and put it in any other year, he would have already won multiple times, because when he's in the fairway, his iron game, his short game, that's been the strength of his game since he's come on the PGA Tour. Eventually, being in the fairways is going to pay dividends for him because of how good of a putter he can be, how good his short game is, and historically has been a great iron player. Is it the right call to bet him on this week, particularly in which you really do need form and confidence to pull these shots off? I'm willing to try to do it with my one and done. I can see an argument made against it, but I'm just a big believer in that Jordan is going to have a good second half of the year. I know his hand and wrist has been a bit of a question mark, but still I have some faith there. And another player too I played with last week, Justin Thomas. He switched putters last week. He went to a blade Scotty putter, and he hit it really well. He shot a 61 when I played with him. He's another guy, both of my friends, obviously, but Justin Thomas, another guy that I think is going to have a good second half of the year as well.
I love it, Smiley, because I've heard a lot of the same names this week. We talked to a lot of guys, and we're doing a lot of trying to pick who's going to win. And you're the first one to throw Jordan out, and I've seen Jordan's number for this week. And listen, and I'm going to go and now dig a little bit deeper and maybe add Jordan to the card here. I got about a minute left. I watched Scotty with the press conference earlier this week, obviously first time talking, still kind of getting over a little bit everything that happened at Valhalla. Do you see him being as locked in as usual this week?
Yeah, and if I had an opportunity to take Scotty, I would. Just unfortunately, I've already picked him this year in my one and done pool because it is a really great course for him. You have to be so good with your irons. But I'll tell you this story real quick. I'm pulling into the gate today, and I'm trying to get my credential all set up. And I look over to my left, and somebody rolls down their window, and it's Scotty Scheffler. And I'm like, hey, man. And he's like, what's up? And I was like, I'm just trying to get through the gate. He's like, well, be careful. I was like, okay. And it was just a really funny moment that Scotty Scheffler is just making sure that I'm getting through the gate and security all in one piece.